Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Hello. 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 Testing 1 2. Hello. Hello. Testing. Meu bem, você acha que você pode entrar no link que eu mandei, o final? Me fala que eu tenho som. Pode digitar em português ou alguma coisa, sound, ou me dá uma seta ou alguma coisa. Fala hello, se eu tenho som. Fala, hã? Ok. Hello. I believe we have sound but no visual. We're trying to work on that as we speak. Hello. Você pode me ver também? Eu não estou vendo nada.
Tem duas pessoas online.
Mas você pode me ver? Wow. Okay. Okay. So I guess you guys can see me, but I can't see you. So welcome. This is going to be a new channel where I'm going to only speak in English. Today's subject is the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. So I'm going to explain things as I explain them, just like a class. Feel free to interrupt me, okay? So I can't really see a visual of the board. So if everyone can see that, that's great. If you can't, please let me know by typing. Otherwise, I won't know if everything's all right. Hello, Cristiano. Welcome. So I don't know if you, I thank you for coming. Please make sure to comment. Make sure to give me a thumbs up, like the channel, subscribe to the channel. This is going to be a more advanced channel, this Think English, because really that's the idea. There are things that you cannot translate in any other language to English. And you really have to know the culture and get involved to understand. So I again, thank you for watching. If you have a question, please type it in and let's get started. So first, we're going to talk about the present perfect. When do you use the present perfect? So I have a little diagram. This is the past and this is now, okay? So the idea with present perfect is that we don't really know when in the past this happened. It could even be like up to now that it happened, a time just before the now or the now. And then the present perfect continuous. It's also the same thing. It started in the past sometime. You're not really sure when, and it's still continuing. Okay, it's still happening. So you could possibly say that you've been running all day. So let's start with the example, shall we? So I've been running all day. I'm going to start with this as a first example. Let's break it down, okay? So we have I have, which you should know. We have the been, and then we have the verb in the gerund form, okay? So I have, I've been running, and then we have, I'm going to put a red line under this because it's kind of like a keyword. When we say all day, that tells you that either this tells you that this has actually finished. You are still not running, but we can still see right now you sweating, the result of the run, okay? I've been running all day. I'm going to put over here on the side all day as well, all day as another key word, okay? So these are a lot of key words that will show up when you are using or should use the present perfect, okay? Let's go to a present perfect. It's in the past and it involves now. I'm not sure if I'll use these, but I may. If I think of another one as we do this, I'll put it over there, okay? Those are the ones that just came to mind right off the bat, all right? So again, if I say something that you don't understand during the class, it's okay to stop me. You know, whether it's right off the bat, you heard that, you don't recognize what it means, you can repeat it, type it in the box there. I'll see your question. I'll explain it to you. This isn't only about the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. It's about just learning English. Okay, I'm here for you as a someone that you can ask questions to. All right, so let's do another example. We'll kind of go back and forth. So present perfect. I like a lot of the times a question with the present perfect. Have you ever? And so we see that we're using an ever keyword, all right? So have you ever, using have as this auxiliary verb, you, the subject, ever thought about something? Have you ever thought? So this verb right here, this verb should be in what's called the past participle, the past participle. So in this case, it's think, thought, and also thought, or have thought, okay? You could say, and I'm just, you might say, I've never, another key word, thought about, I'm trying to write as neatly as possible. I've never thought about, and this is a great actually collocation. Whenever we use think, we generally use about, okay? So yeah, by the way, if you do like what you're seeing, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. I know you can't comment actually right now. You can ask me a question, but after the video is over, maybe about a half an hour, you could go back and make a comment, okay? And ask a question in the comments. Give a suggestion for next class. Hey, James, you know, that was really interesting. You mentioned something. Could you go further and can you explain that more in depth? And I'd be happy to do that for you, okay? So here we have you ever thought about that? Yeah, I have. No, I haven't. And or you might say, I've never thought about that before. That's an interesting idea. That's a great idea. Okay, so we're going to go back and forth. Let's go back to another present perfect continuous. All right, I'm going to erase this. We're going to have a nice clean board and go to the present perfect. The first one was, have you ever? So what are some other have you ever? Let's example. Have you ever? And when we put that verb there, we actually want to know if the person has experienced the thing before, or done the thing before, or gone to the place. Have you ever gone, go, went, gone? Have you ever done? Have you ever seen? Have you ever flown? Have you ever flown in a jet plane? Have you ever seen a three-armed person? Have you ever done a hard puzzle before? Have you ever gone fishing? So all of these, and we can continue over and over again. And one of the most popular, I would say, is been, and that's been to. So this is another collocation whenever you a place. Does that make sense? Okay, I hope so. So have you ever as a question. Now let's go to the place, like something that you said. And then I'm going to give you a shortcut, okay? So let me go example. I've worked hard today. Squeezing it in here. Today. I've worked hard today. Why am I using present perfect? I have worked hard today. Well, because it's finished. I'm no longer working. It's over, but I'm not telling you exactly when. You know it's today. It's a little bit of a cheat, but you're not sure. You just know it's today, but I didn't say at 5 o'clock, at a certain time. So I can hard today. Okay. I worked hard today. This particular one, it's very awkward to hear this in a simple past. You can't do it. You can't do never. No, actually you can. You can do never. You can do always. So these, I'm going to put a check mark next to. So I've never seen that movie. That movie. I've never seen that movie. Okay. How do I make that the simple past like I did here? I never saw. I never saw. I never saw that movie. Which is correct? Well, most people, grammatically, you would think that this one's correct. Okay? Hello, if you're just joining, thank you for joining. We're going over the present perfect and present perfect continuous, just as a reminder. How can you tell whether you should use this? Because I'm letting you know that you can use a simple past. Some of these, and I'm going to let you know which ones you can't. Okay, but for now, this is the present perfect being used as the simple past. Okay, so let's try another example. Let's use before. This is a key word. I'm going to say before. So I've never, and I'm using never too. Well, let's not use never. Okay, let's change that. Let's not use never. I've never been to someplace before. Let's say I've never gone fishing before. I've been fishing before. Let's use it as a positive. I've been fishing before. See, I put before at the end. And normally we don't do that unless we're using the present perfect. Okay? So I've been fishing before. I'm letting you know that it's there. We don't have to, okay? But a lot of people like to emphasize that as just being, in the past. Okay? So I've been fishing before. I went fishing before. Simple past. I went fishing before. So now I'm going to give you my opinion, okay? My opinion is this does not sound good, okay? I went fishing before. I would think it's grammatically incorrect because I would think that you're supposed to be telling me something else here. It shouldn't be at the end. This is a preposition. Normally, we don't put prepositions at the end of sentences. So I went fishing before what? I went fishing before lunch. Okay, so before is one that we're going to say, let me do this as an X. You can't use the simple past if you put before at the end of the sentence. Okay, are we clear? Any questions? Not yet? All right, let's keep going. So this one, we can, present perfect, sometimes use the simple past. Can we use the simple past with the present perfect continuous, something that is still happening, that started in the past, but we don't know when? No, you have to use the present perfect continuous. Okay, let's get some examples. Let's do a question. How long? Here's the how long. How long have you been? And then we have to add the verb ing. Okay, the gerund form. How long have you been doing that thing? Make sense? How long? So here's your key word, question word, okay? Question. Here's your auxiliary. Here's your subject. And then been, verb ing. How long have you been working at ArcelorMittal? How long have you been living in Brazil? How long have you been married? So we don't have to use the verb ing, but this would be the present perfect. How long have you been married? Married. So been with married. So if we don't use the verb ing, if we're saying something as an adjective or as a verb, we have to use the past participle, but this is the present perfect. How long have you been married? Welcome to my channel. This is the very first live class, just as a reminder. And I already have my very first video up. Please watch it. I promise you, you won't be sorry. There are 10 expressions that are going to knock your socks off. We use them a lot. They're high frequency. And there are other things in there too. Hopefully you'll find interesting if you can keep up. If not, don't worry about it. Just try to get something that you can. So if you get one or two that you think, oh, I can use this, great. That would be very good value for you, and it will make me feel that I gave you that. So let's keep going. Let's make sure that we can use all of these. So how long we've used, and that is the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. So you can use both of these with how long. Let's try a since. Since is a key word that's letting me know that I need to be using the present perfect. Now we could say for is, but that doesn't let me know that I have to use the present perfect. But since is for sure a present perfect. So I've been in Brazil since. I've been in Brazil since. I'm using the present perfect. I have been, and then where. I'm not using to in this case. I'm not been to Brazil because I am still here in Brazil. So I've been in Brazil since, and then I can put a time, 2013. Okay, 2013. I could say for 7 years. Okay, you have these two options. You're using since for an exact number, a date, for a period of time, like 5 years, 7 years, 15 years. Okay, since the beginning. That's a specific place. Okay, so we're using since for specific, for more of a time period. Any questions? Good, let's keep going. So since, check that off the list. All right. Let's look at yet, still, and already. So this is where a lot of foreigners or non-natives get confused of which to use. So I'm going to try to make it very simple for you by giving you some examples of each. Okay, we'll write down 3 examples here. All right, and I'm just going to think of these off the top of my head. All right, so the very first one, let's go right to the first one, yet. So I haven't, negative, done that yet. I haven't done that yet. A simple statement, not asking a question or anything. I haven't, this is the subject, the verb in the negative form, okay? Done, the present perfect, the past participle. That yet. I haven't done that yet. Okay? Yet will always be at the end. Yet will never be between the subject and verb. This is where it stays. This is where it goes, okay? Yet. That's the place. All right? Next one. I'm going to do it in black. The next one, still. So we got still. I could use this very often because I'm using that word still in the present perfect form. So, or the present continuous. So I'm going to use first the present continuous. Are you still working? So we're already seeing that are you still working could be in the present continuous, not in the present perfect. But it is a key word that lets us know we usually have it in the present perfect. Okay? I've still driven the whole way. I have still driven. the whole way. The whole way. As an example, I've still driven the whole way. Okay. Oh, good. There's a question, Cristiano. Give me 1 second. Could I say I've been living in Brazil since 1986? Yes, I could say I've been, couldn't I? Perfect question. I'm going to put that down there as an example. So this is not my example, but this is his. He used a tag with this, but it still works. I could say, and it's a little that you're able to say, I could say, I've been living in Brazil. This was a great example. Brazil since a date, 1999. Couldn't I? I like this. Couldn't I? That was a great sentence. I could say, this was a great sentence. This is a tag question. We use this a lot. Couldn't I? He started with the I could, and then the negative, couldn't I? So the negative is not what you're trying to affirm. You're trying to affirm this, but we put the negative at the end. If we put the negative at the beginning, then we would put the positive at the end. Okay, that's a great example. Thank you very much for that, Christian. I love that. That was a great example. Oof, tag question. Maybe we'll do that another day, but it's pretty easy. So the last one, okay, is already. Okay, I've already done that. I've already done that. Present perfect. I've already done that. It's already been done. Okay. I use the word already. Lets me know I should be using the present perfect. With already, we're probably not going to use the present perfect continuous because this is actually in the past. It should be already completed, finished, done. It's in the past. So you're not going to be using the present perfect continuous with this. Could you use the simple past? Yeah. So you could say, I already, well, I'll write it again. So this is present perfect. This is simple past, My handwriting is getting bad now. I already did that. So you see, I'm not simply telling you here today that what the difference between present perfect and present perfect continuous is. You already know that, or at least I hope you do, because you've gotten to this level. And what I'm trying to do is to show you what are some of the keywords that let you know, ding, 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 I should be using the present perfect. Okay. And what a lot of people want is, because they're not used to using present perfect, is, can I use the simple past? Well, yeah, in some of these situations, you can use just the simple past. You don't have to use the present perfect form. But when it's present perfect continuous, most of the time, because it's still happening, you can't use the simple past. You might be able to use the present continuous, but that's something that you are still doing that is not over with. You see, I'm sweating. Woo! So that's something that you can see. So this action is still happening. I'm teaching you now, present continuous. But if I was just talking with you, I could say, I've been running around all day. And even though I'm not doing that now, I can use the present perfect continuous. I've been running around all day, meaning that you can see that I'm tired. you can see that I'm sweating. There's a result that you can physically see now. It could be a car, a house, a person, all of these things. Okay. All day, I think we already used that one. All day, how long, since, already, still, yet, before, always, never, and ever. These are great keywords that lets you know, again, you should be in the present perfect or the present perfect continuous. So if I don't have any further questions, if anyone has a question, please, now is the time to go ahead and put it in, type it in for me to read it, and I will be happy to address it. If not, I want you to know that this class right here that you're in should have been yesterday. So today is Sunday. Yesterday, I opened this channel, Think English, because I don't want you just to speak in English, but I really want you to start to think in English. Sometimes I'm speaking, I'm thinking of the words in my head, and you should be doing that. You should eat, sleep, and breathe English. And in order to do that, you really have to expose yourself. So again, last night, Saturday night, this is the night that we're going to do classes. I'm going to, change it up. One's going to be grammar. The next time we're going to do something else. We could talk about barbecue. We could talk about events, hotels, check it in, check it out, booking flights, all kinds of different situations that you might normally be in that you could take advantage of during this class at 8 p.m. on Saturday night. This is, of course, Brazilian time because I'm in Brazil. And that's it in a nutshell. Please subscribe to this new channel. I'm going to try to tell people that are in my other channel, that is American English for the lower beginner up to intermediate. But this one's going to be for, you're kind of really intermediate. All right. You're really in it. You're going to advance. I want to challenge you, and I really need feedback from you. So I really hope that you after this class, you put comments in there saying, hey, James, I want to know more about this, or you did a good job explaining that. Thank you very much. Don't forget to like, just a simple click, and don't forget to click the bell. If you don't click the bell, you won't receive when I put a new video out. So I don't think there are any more questions. I really hope you all enjoyed the class. Please watch the video with the 10 expressions, 10 idioms that I have Obama and Elon Musk and Tony Robbins giving their expressions online. So it's really cool to see them saying these things. And that's all I have for today. I hope to see you next week, and I hope that you enjoyed the class. Thanks, guys, and see you soon.